Okay, welcome back to our Pixlr demonstration. In this section, we're going to start exploring some of the tools, okay? So let's start at the top. You've got your photo here, and this tool is called the Arrange tool. This is where you can resize the image, change your canvas size, lock a layer or duplicate a layer. Now, when you resize an image, what you're telling it to do is fit a certain proportion. That comes in handy if, let's say, you're uploading a picture for a website or a t-shirt that you're making or something else, and there are certain constraints by the people or by the website that you have to upload it at a certain size and width. So that's basically where that would come in. I'm not so sure that that would necessarily apply to any kind of work that you're doing, but I just wanted to show it to you anyway. In the canvas size option, you're going to see that this is actually the height and width of what the picture is sitting on. So if you were going to change the background size of the canvas, you would want to, and let's say add extra room on the side or something with your width. Let's see if we change this to 1010 and you apply it. So what you want to do is you want to make sure the background is highlighted. So if you see what I did there, if I go back to my 728 or whatever, or 764 I think is what it was on, and I apply that, you'll see that it's back to the size that it was before. The canvas size is something that if you want to add a picture next to it on the side or something like that, you can do. Not such a big tool that you're going to be using. I doubt if you'll ever use it really. Background, you could change the colors here. With layers, you can duplicate layers. This comes in handy if, let's say, you want to make changes on only one thing and hope that nothing changes, or if you want to erase on top of something to the bottom layer. That comes up here, and maybe if that happens, here's where you would duplicate it. That is the Arrange tab. Crop tab is exactly what it says. If you crop here, if you go to the crop tab, you'll be able to crop the whole picture to a size that you want. Now, here is where it's important to note a couple of things. If you want to maintain the original size of your photo, so that when you crop, it doesn't change the proportions. And this comes in handy a lot when you're photo editing. Let's say as a professional photographer, you took a picture in 5:7 and you want it to stay in 5:7. So when you click select aspect, you can tell it where how you want it to do your aspect ratio. So as I mentioned before, the 7:5 is like something that I usually edit in because that's the size that my camera takes. What you have here is the ability to set the aspect ratio the way that you want. If you double click on the aspect ratio, it gives you the other way. It gives you 5:7 going the other way. So that's basically what this picture was taken in. It wasn't taken by me, it was by the school photographers. But you'll see when I drag, it is now dragging in a constrained way. It is maintaining the aspect ratio automatically, and that is actually very useful for when you want to maintain the integrity of the original photo and know like what's centered and so on and so forth. So if you decide not to go with aspect ratio, then that's a free form cropping. So if you click on the corner, that helps you do height and width at the same time and decide whatever it is that you want to do. You've also got your rotate and flip options here, as well as the ability to flip this sideways. Wow, that looks really weird now that I'm looking at it. Flip it just automatically vertically. So you've got a horizontal and vertical flip here, which are all really useful. On the straighten tool, you have this ability to change very, very slightly the angle of the photo in case the photo that you took or the photo that you have is not at the exact angle that you want it at, and it doesn't look straight to you. So that's really everything that there is to know about the arrange and crop tools on your workspace. We're going to stop this screencast here and pick up with the other tools in the next one. See ya.